Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The respected principal of Hitadu School, Dr. Asif Muhammad Didi, the members of senior management team, staff, students, and their parents. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It gives me great pleasure to deliver this speech to the future leaders of our nation. Dear students, when I see you all as students, I see leaders. I see leaders who will lead this nation in the future. I see solutions to our existing problems. I see the people who would bring the solution to the congested roads. I see the people who would bring solutions to the current environmental issues. And I believe you are the solution to our future, and you will be the leaders of our nation. Dear students, before I proceed any further, I would like you all to believe in one thing, that leaders are not born, but leaders can be made. Leaders are not limited to few people, but anyone can become a leader. You cannot expect to change everything around you, but believe that change starts with you. That is a very unique and important quality that you need to believe if you want to become a leader. Educators empower students to lead their own learning. They are not controlling your life to be obedient. As students, this is something you really need to believe, that your teachers are leading you to the right direction. You need to trust them. Focus on holistic development, not just academics. Getting all A passes will not qualify you as good leaders. You need to have competencies that would lead you to become a good leader. After believing in these principles, you need to include and practice leadership skills. So today, I am sharing with you very important 7 habits of effective leaders. To me and to all of the students of GIS, in GIS family, Ghiyasuddin International School, we promote these 7 habits prescribed by Stephen Covey based on his book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Dear students, the first habit that I would like you all to know is be proactive. This is the habit of choice, mostly about whether you should do a thing or you should not do a thing. Your decision to start doing something today or to start tomorrow, that is being what we call as being proactive. See alternatives, not roadblocks. Find solutions to your problems. So think positively and refrain from belief that you can't do things. And try to focus on things that you can't influence. I meant to say that try not to focus on things that you can't influence, but rather focus on things that you can influence and change. Perhaps you shouldn't try to change the decisions of your parents, maybe, or you shouldn't try to change the decisions of your principal or your teachers, but you can always change. Believe that you have the freedom to choose and be responsible for your choices. One thing very, very important, dear students, is taking the responsibility. Be responsible for your actions. Don't blame others for the consequences of your choices. So, to be a leader, you need to be responsible for your choices and your actions and whatever consequences you get from by doing things that you do. Second habit is begin with an end in mind. This is the habit of vision. You must have heard about visionary leaders. Leaders who will start things and achieve things, and people who believe in extraordinary things. In my first point, I must have told you that I have told you that not to try to influence things that you cannot influence. This is totally a different thing. This is about creativity. So the mental creation that you think of your future is actually the physical creation of you and your outcomes. Your vision of future is what you will be, but make sure that it is practical. Practical things are not simply things others are doing or may do. Be creative and innovative. To be creative and innovative, you need good knowledge and intelligence. So for this reason, you as students, I would always recommend to be close to your teachers and gain knowledge from them and get good results during your school years, because knowledge is intelligence. Now let us come to the third habit. Third habit is put first things first. This is the habit of integrity and execution. Focus on the important aspects, not just the urgent things. Sometimes we are so engaged that we are so busy that we just try to attend to the urgent things. But urgent things, always remember, comes, or urgent issues arise because you are not well planned. In your life there are important things. You need to attend those things so that future you would face less problems. Effectiveness requires integrity to act on your priority. So prioritize your things, what you need to do first, what you need to do next. Before you plan to go to football stadium for football practice, after going home, think of what you need to do first. If you are planning to go to football stadium for practice, then perhaps you should finish your homework early, so that once you finish football and come back to home, with your tiredness you will not have to do the homework again, but it would be already done. When you wake up, make your bed and then go to school. When you complete the whole day and when you return to the bed, you will find yourself in a very comfortable situation. Now, for these reasons, be always a person who prioritize things and plan. Try to write your objectives, try to write your goals, and try to work towards those things. And fourth habit is think win-win, the habit of mutual benefit. Dear students, if you help someone to win, I'm sure that they will also help you to win. The effective long-term relationship requires mutual respect and mutual benefit. Build trust with your colleagues and then work with them. Always help them to solve their problems. Habit 5. Habit 5 is seek first to understand, then to be understood. The habit of creative cooperation. Dear students, in our life, communication is something that is really, really important. Unless if you are a good listener, nobody will listen to you. To communicate effectively, we must first understand each other and practice empathetic listening. Empathetic listening, what I meant to say, try to understand other person's feelings when they talk. Give honest and accurate feedbacks. Now, don't try to please your colleagues or your friends by giving uh, false feedbacks. If things needs to be corrected, then you should say that. You need to give correct feedback in order to correct your friends. And sixth habit is synergize, the habit of creative cooperation. Dear students, we don't exist as a single unit or a isolated single person in this world. To achieve our goals as leaders, we need to work as teams. So synergizing is about teamwork, team effort, and playing the team player. Unless you are able to lead your team, you will never be able to achieve great things. And finally, the seventh habit, sharpen the saw, the habit of renewal. Dear students, to maintain and to increase effectiveness, we must renew ourselves in our body, our heart, our mind, and our soul. We need to stay focused and we need to be prepared. Unless we are physically fit, unless we are spiritually fit, unless we are mentally fit, we will not be able to be good leaders. Dear students, I have gone through your age in my experience. What I would like to share with you is that leadership or becoming a good person or a good leader does not depend on your color, your size, your shape, or how strong you are. It is about good habits that you have. Leaders are not people who manipulate or show off other people that they have certain qualities. But leaders are people who possess these traits as habits within them. And they are the people who walk the talk. I hope that you will benefit from my advices here. And I hope that and wish you a brighter future. And as I have mentioned when I started, I wish to see you all as great leaders of this small nation. Once again, I would like to thank Dr. Asia and the team for inviting me to this very beautiful and very interesting conference. Thank you all very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.